Hello people, I'm the Real Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be explaining why I didn't like the Batman v Superman trailer, well the second one, because I saw praise all over Twitter about it, and it's one of my most disliked recent videos, and I'm seeing like, okay, there's a lot of people that love this trailer. I don't necessarily get why, but I should explain myself as to why I don't like the trailer. I said a few things about it in my initial reaction to it, on my initial thoughts. So yeah, let's just talk about that. Also, long time no see. It's been a bit since I've been on camera. Actually, it feels a little weird, but feels good. Anyways, so the Batman v Superman trailer. Up until Lex Luthor came on, I was really digging the trailer. It was great. We got some good banter between Bruce and Clark, and I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. Seems like they know each other's identities, which makes sense because Clark Kent looks exactly like Superman. I mean, they didn't even try to hide anything. That was my first little gripe, but it's like, okay, I can deal with it. But he looks exactly like him. He does the only thing he changes is his voice. He doesn't really change anything else. Like he stands just like him, and it's like okay. But his voice has changed a bit because when he's Clark, he sounds like Napoleon Solo, and when he's Superman, he sounds a bit different from that. But anyways, and then Lex Luthor came onto the scene, and oh god, that it just killed all my hype when I saw him. I was like, okay, this is great. And then Lex came on. He's like, boys, I'm like what? Why is Richard Simmons here? Please tell me what's going on. And then they tried to throw some humor into it. They're like, hey, everyone criticized Man of Steel for not having humor. Guess what? Here's some humor here. We got like the most flamboyant Luthor ever. Here you go. I'm mad because Man of Steel is my favorite superhero movie, and the reason it is because they took so much from the comics and made it great. I love seeing like that's the purpose of bringing comics to the movies, right? Is to see your favorite heroes and everything brought to the big screen, brought to life. What's the point of changing them? Why would you even draw from the comics? Why wouldn't you just do original characters? What is the point of that? I don't get the point of that. Like, it really puzzles me as to why a writer would take a character and change them so much. That is the whole point of going to the theater to see this, is because, hey, I love this character from the comics. I want to see them brought to life on the screen. I don't want to see some idiot who's just taking a name of one of my favorite characters and destroying it. That is just stupid. Another thing I don't get about that is, as a writer, wouldn't you be like, hey, part of my job's already done. I don't have to write this character. He's already written. I can just take him from the comics and throw him up on screen. Why would like that's what I would do as a writer. Maybe I'm just a little maybe I'd just be a lazy writer because of that. But that's truly how I'd feel. I'd be like, "Hey, this character's already written and my job's done on this part. Now I can just, write stuff for story." I'm fine with original stories. I think that's fine. I think that's great. I love straight up adaptations as well. But original stories is fine with me. It's just the characters need to be the same as they are in the comics. It's stupid. We've had our different versions. We've had the Burton Batman. We had the Dark Knight Batman. Please give me actual Batman now. We've had all this different stuff, and this looks like the most comic book Batman. Why are we getting like this true to the comics Batman? Assuming is that's what it looks like. But then we have this Lex Luthor that is nothing like he is in the comics. Yes, he is Lex Luthor's son, but guess what? For all intents and purposes, he is the Lex Luthor of this film. That's what he is. That's his whole point. That's why he's so smart and he's creating Doomsday and stuff like that because he is the Lex Luthor of this film. Daddy ain't gonna come out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, I'm the real Lex Luthor." Okay, that ain't gonna happen. If it does, that'd be stupid because I'd have the same complaint that I did when I heard rumors about Bryan Cranston being cast as Lex Luthor. Bryan Cranston, phenomenal actor. He's great, but he's too old to play Lex Luthor because I want a Lex Luthor that's around Henry Cavill's age because that's where they're in the comics and it's great and it adds more to the relationship instead of Superman just fighting some old bald dude. It just does. And now we got this guy and it's just it takes away because we finally have a great Superman movie. And so I was hoping maybe we can finally get a great Lex because Lex has not been done justice in the past. There's no fault of the actors. Kevin Spacey's a great actor, and Gene Hackman did good as well but the writing for those characters was off. They weren't Lex Luthor to me. I didn't like them. But again, that's no fault of the actors. Now we get Jesse Eisenberg, who is completely miscast in a role that is not fit for him at all, and they just write him to fit around Jesse Eisenberg, and it's just terrible. I don't know why they do that. And then the next thing that really just destroyed my hype even more. Well, my hype was already like down on the ground, bleeding out, and then they just came and kicked it, and that was Doomsday. Doomsday. Ugh, Doomsday. Why? That's my whole thing. Why? This is. Uh, Doomsday appears. He looks like an idiot, number one, but that's not my biggest complaint. My biggest complaint is the fact that they actually use Doomsday. This is such a waste. Even if he doesn't kill Superman in this, which he probably won't, it's not like in the comics Doomsday showed up 20 issues before he killed Superman and was just fighting Superman and Superman beat him. No, that's not what happened. He showed up, he killed Doomsday, and it was like, dang, this dude we never heard of came out and kicked the crap out of Superman. No, he didn't just kick the crap out of him, he killed him. This is pretty big. Now it's going to be like 2 movies later. Hey, remember that dumb idiot from Batman v Superman? Yeah, he's back and he's going to kill Superman. Ah, why? Now, as regards to him looking like a turtle baby something, I call him Baby Doomsday because that's what he looks like to me. He looks like a baby. And as regards to that, everyone's just been like, don't you read comics? Don't you know he evolves as he fights? Right here is Doomsday's origin. It is an awesome origin. It's one of the best villain origins. It's amazing. What happens is Doomsday is this baby on this prehistoric Krypton. It's a very harsh environment. The scientist has him, experiments on him, and is like, okay, I'm going to throw him out in the wild. Throws him out in the wild, baby immediately dies because it's a baby. So he's like, okay, bring me that carcass. Takes the carcass of the baby and then clones it. Throws it out again, it dies. Does that a couple more million times or like thousands of times and just over and over and over and over and over until it becomes Doomsday. So it just evolves and then he evolves to this creature till once he dies, he can't be killed by the same thing again and he comes back. That is an awesome origin. Also through that Doomsday Year One, what he does is he like goes around the galaxy and just kills a ton of people. He even like Darkseid's afraid of him and stuff. That's pretty freaking awesome. And now he's just taken from Zod's corpse, and that's something's gonna happen with that. Zod is the reason he's doomed, and he can shoot face lasers. Ooh, I mean, people may not be pissed about this. Imagine if Aquaman showed up and just started shooting lasers out of his face. I imagine a couple people will be pretty mad about that. They'd be like, why is he shooting lasers out of his face? But Doomsday does it, and everyone's like, awesome. It's just, as a Superman fan, I hate that they're pissing all over his source material. That's what they're doing because Man of Steel was so great and followed the source material so well. And this is now just like, hey, remember Lex Luthor, that great, awesome villain that's the smartest guy in the DC universe? Very imposing, but at the same time is a little charming as well. And you don't know what's going on. Like, is he a good guy, but he just views Superman as a bad guy? What's going on there? And now he's just this like hipster type dude that that experiments on Zod, and then Doomsday, it just shows up out of nowhere and comes from Zod. Now again, oh, I have not seen this movie. I'm basing my thoughts. This is my thoughts on the trailer, not the movie. I hope the movie's amazing. I don't want anyone to get the impression that I hate this movie and I want it to bomb. No, I want it to be amazing. I want it to be great. Henry Cavill is the perfect Superman. Ben Affleck looks to be the perfect Batman. I think that's great. I can't wait. I want this universe to thrive, and that's what pisses me off about this because I don't want this to be like, okay, we got them all together and it completely dies and it's like, well, we got another Green Lantern on our hands. We spent a lot on the budget, but we didn't make our money back, so no more debt. I don't want that to happen. I don't. I really don't. And I could see that happening. I could see 10 years from now, everyone be like, yeah, remember that stupid Batman v Superman movie with that idiot Doomsday and that retarded Lex Luthor? Yeah, that movie's so stupid. And it'll be like thrown into the $5 bin along with Green Lantern and Daredevil. It's like, please, I don't want that to happen. I want this movie to be good. Again, Doomsday, it's a waste is what it is because if he kills Superman, why? That's so stupid to have him kill Superman. Last like 15 minutes of Batman v Superman. If he doesn't, why have him show up at all? What's the point? Why are you gonna have him show up later and be like, hey, he evolved for the first time we fought him? No, that's what was so amazing about Doomsday and so scary is the fact that the first time Superman fights him is the weakest he fought him at, and he killed him. It's like, dang, imagine when this guy gets stronger, what he can do. And he does do a lot of stuff. Like later, he kicks the crap out of Darkseid and drags his body across Apocalypse during Superman Hunter Prey. And then Superman literally has to take him back in time to where nothing existed. Actually, no, not back in time. He took him forward in time to the end of time and left him there and then went back to the present. That's what he did to beat Doomsday because he couldn't beat him. Actually, he's fully prepared to sacrifice his life, but then a dude came and helped. I don't remember his name, but anyways, he's a time traveler guy, and he helped Superman and brought him back to the present. But that's not the point. The point is Doomsday's awesome, and they are destroying a great Superman villain, and they could have used so many other Superman villains. Why wouldn't you use someone else? Heck, you could have had Lobo show up. That would have been awesome. Imagine Lobo showing up. Bizarro could have been great. Parasite could have been awesome as well. He's a guy who can take everyone's power, who can take people's powers and then use them for a certain amount of time. He'd have a field day feeding off Superman and Wonder Woman. Also, what is Batman going to do against against Doomsday? They're gonna come up with some BS reason that Batman can do anything against Doomsday, and it's gonna be so stupid. It's like Batman's gonna be like doing something retarded, and it's gonna be like, okay, he can damage Doomsday. Okay, Batman. Okay. Um, Anyways, basically, I'm just pissed off as a Superman fan and as a fan of comics. It's disrespectful to the comics what it seems they're doing because this is just a trailer. Who knows? Maybe everything will change. Who knows? Probably not. But yeah, another thing that made me mad about the trailer was it seemed like a mini cut of the movie. It's like, hey, Act 1, Bruce and Clark meet and they don't like each other. Act 2, Bruce and Clark are now Superman, Batman, they fight each other. Act 3, Bruce and Clark make up and they're like, okay, we don't need to fight each other no more. And and Lex is in the process of making Doomsday. Act 4, all the three of them fight Doomsday. It really seems like that's it. It seems like they did a mini cut of the movie. I don't know why they do that. It doesn't make sense. But who knows? Maybe they're just trying to like, maybe Zack Snyder will be like, ha, punked you, and Ashton Kutcher will come out of nowhere, and it turns out it was all a joke. Hopefully, probably not. Who knows? Anyways, point is, this trailer really killed a lot of the hype for me. I'm still planning on see it at well, not midnight because they show movies on Thursdays at like 8 o'clock now. I'm planning on seeing it on Thursday at 8 o'clock still. So, yeah, I'm still excited-ish. Just like now, it's at the bottom. Like I got Deadpool's number 1 for me, and then I got like Civil War number 2 as far as anticipation goes, and then X-Men Apocalypse. I'm gonna wait for the trailer to before I put it in order. And well, actually, Suicide Squad's number 2. I'm really excited for Suicide Squad. We're supposed to be getting a new trailer for that. But anyways, yeah. Hopefully this movie's way better than this trailer. I want it to be good. I need it to be good. Please. We got a good Superman. Don't let it go to waste. Please don't let him go to waste. But and Batman looks to be great. But anyways, please let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think of this trailer? Did you guys like it? Did you not like it? Why did you like it? Why did you not like it? Please let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.